the best way for technology and people to be more effective, and how to do technology, when to do people, when to do both? What's your opinion on that? I mean, it seems like we live in a very confusing time.
I could not agree more. I mean, I think the first thing that every manager should say to him or herself tomorrow morning looking in the mirror is whether, regardless of my business sector or my industrial category, whether I'm B2B or B2C, doesn't matter. Machines have come to work, and it's time for us to start using or viewing the network-based and device-based forms of technology as consciously as elements of the workforce. And of course, what managers famously do is allocate resources. That's the ultimate task of management, ultimate task of corporate boards is resource allocation. And what managers do is allocate labor across the available talent to bring the right capabilities to market. So I think step one in this is really to ask the question, what is the appropriate division of labor between human beings and machines? Clearly, we know what machines are good at in terms of what we humans consider left brain, analytics, or data processing tasks, rote, transactional, all the rest of it, highly repetitive, all fall in the bailiwick of technology. Humans are, of course, brilliant at empathy and assurance, creating emotional connection and warmth. So there's that first stage, which is, okay, so given those broad brush distinctions between what technology talent does versus human talent, how do you divide the labor? The second one, I think the real frontier for most businesses in terms of opportunity to create value for their customers is really to understand, maybe more than the division of labor, is once you've got that, chances are you're going to wind up with a lot of hybrid combinations. People working with technology to serve customers, technology working with people to serve customers. So now that issue of what does it mean for your human workforce to be capable of integrating their highly valuable activities with the functionality of the technology in which they've partnered. Or put differently, I mean, we see constantly call centers that provide unsatisfying customer experiences because consumers are looking at a web screen at home, get confused by a website, they call up a call center, they get somebody who's actually a very highly trained service person who doesn't spend enough time on the corporate website to know how to solve a problem online for the consumer who's now on their phone line. I mean, these simple issues of getting our employees comfortable with the technology that we have made mission critical to serving customers, that is a huge part of it. I think the last piece, which to my mind is the most fascinating one, everything we've known or thought we knew in the past about what machines did well may be up for grabs, and that is that technology may be able to do many of the things humans do in managing high emotional content in consumer interactions in ways that 5 or 10 years ago we would have thought was science fiction. Today, these are very realistic prospects, and I think it's no coincidence, last point, that some of the businesses in the world that have the highest levels of consumer satisfaction and loyalty are businesses that largely manage consumer relationships through a variety of technology platforms, not through people.